that the Indian independence movement. See, here you have to understand one thing. Listen very peacefully. That J.L. Nehru has been got reared up with the education from Britain. Now, at that time in the Britain, the socialism was rocking. Right now, when and one youth, how he has been get drawn to the Marxism and some kind of the modulated form of the Marxism is the socialism already I have discussed. If you can recall your earlier classes. So J.L. Nehru and that time the socialism has came out as the best remedy of the world. So he has been got attracted to that because of his intellectual upbringing in Britain. Now the thing was there, another one was the S.C. Bose. But I am sorry to say, but it is the thing in the Biplan Chandra you are going to get this thing that S.C. Bose's idea of socialism was the some kind of the nuanced form of socialism. That is some kind of the defective form of the socialism. Because with the socialism, overall idea of what you are getting, that we as a unified force, we are going to do the things. Now everybody are going to get equal opportunity to serve that particular or is going to play the crucial role in shaping that particular movement or some kind of the particular organization. That means it is based on the equality. That the equality is going to be get established all over that world or that particular movement that they are going with. That means individual is not going to get the priority over the masses. So that is the main thing. And from there the leaders are going to come out, but the leaders will be from within the people, and the leaders will enjoy the same kind of the right and same kind of the your what I should say same kind of the appreciation or same kind of the recession that the rest of the people, those who are in the group, on the same manner. So that is the understanding of the socialism. So J.L. was the believer of that, and he used to practice because at that time in the Britain, in the advanced countries, it was rocking. Really, it was rocking. Now with the S.C. Bose's activities, everywhere you have seen that person used to be the leader. Used to be the leader, and he wanted to be. And you see that the point of the dispute when he has left the Congress or that kind of the things, people say that the Gandhi was instrumental, Gandhi was a lobbyist, he didn't want that Subhash Bose should be there, so that because he was apprehensive that Subhash Bose is going to take his chair from the things, but it is not like that. It is not like that. Later on, when we will discuss the Tripuri and Haripura and Tripuri session, that time we are going to discuss this thing. That time you the people, you are going to judge by yourself who was right and who was wrong. But overall, for the your S.C. Bose understanding, you have seen there that the thing is there that he used to lead. He wanted to lead the things. He never wanted to work as the masses or without any some kind of a distinguished identification. So that was the S.C. Bose. So it was the fractured form of the Hegelian socialism. So it was not socialism. Because in socialism, no leader of that kind of a thing is there, everybody is equal. So these people, anyway, both are you, and you are not going to believe, these two people was very close to Mr. Gandhi. Mr. Gandhi used to love the most these two people. Now the thing was there, that means Gandhi was a rightist, so a lot of kind of the euphoria used to be get coincided with these people, and you know at the time of the youth, some kind of the different kind of the thinking when you were becoming mature, some kind of the different of the thinking. So Gandhi was enough with than this person and also the person with the experiences. So within the Congress now, again and again the thing has been get asked, because you know the people who are trying at that time to become close to Gandhi, and Gandhi used to love these two persons. Though Gandhi never used to give all the clean sheet for their all the activities, but Gandhi never used to criticize them. So the people used to reach to Gandhi, sir, you would say in this manner, but these people are behaving in that manner, but still you appreciate them, you never rebuke them, rather you always make them pampered. It is not the right thing, because I am trying to reach to your closer. I want to get your closeness. So obviously I have to throw out these two persons. So Gandhi, just by smiling and laughing loudly, Gandhi used to say, the thing is there that maybe they are saying something different than me, but one day it is going to come that they are going to speak in my language. ये बच्चे हैं, बाद में सीख जाएंगे, but their love for the country is pure. So we should appreciate that. So Gandhi was that person, and Gandhi used to, you are going to believe, Gandhi used to call this SC Bose as Subhas Babu. As Subhas Babu, because in Bengal one kind of a thing is there, that is the Babu, when you give someone respect or that kind of a thing. Subhas Bose was too junior than Gandhi, and Subhas Bose later on would realize that he has done fault, he has done wrong. So when the Azadi Fauj finally he has been got from all the places, he has been got cornered, and he was what he has visualized, and later on what it has came out. So at that time he addressed in the radio, he realized that the Gandhi was right. What are those things? We are going to discuss at the time of the Haripuri and Tripuri Congress session. Here in Narsela I am saying, and he addressed in the radio by saying, if the father of nation is listening to our things, you please give us the blessing. We need your blessing. So Subhas Bose was the man. You are going to believe Subhas Bose was the man who has given the title Father of Nation to Gandhi. Not that earlier Subhas has been got inspired by Gandhi like the millions of the Indian people, but that Subhas, that means who has left Congress and formed own party because of the dispute with the Gandhi, and the world still these days are going with the things that in the notes the picture of the Gandhi is there. It should be Subhas. If the Subhas would allied, that the Subhas would be the first president of India. Gandhi wanted that the Jail Nehru should be, so he threw him out. It is not right. That later on Subhas Bose, after going through all the experiences, later on Subhas Bose realized that the thing has went wrong and Gandhi was right. So he bowed his head with all the respect to Gandhi and asked, if the father of nation you are listening us, please give us the blessing. Please give us the blessing. You are the father of nation. So that is the observation, the real truth. There is a difference between the real truth and the afwa. Right now? So don't get into that. So they have formed the party. What was the particular point that these people has formed the party? Because they were dissatisfied with the proposal of dominion status. These people were dissatisfied with that. What they wanted? Complete independence. So that is the actual point of debate, and it is exactly asked this question. Then the Jinnah's 14 point is coming. Now you see, last day I have told that in the 1906 the English has formed, and they are confident with the things that at the time when there will be the need, whatever their investment was there in the 1906 in the form of one seed of one organization that is going to play the decisive role on turning the things on favor of them, and it really happened. Jinnah came out 28 March 1929, 14 points. Now here in the note in the 47, nicely it has been got written. I am not going to elucidate the things. I am going to say 2 points. You see, it has been got marked as the 1 and 2. You see, Jinnah went with the same responses that the wrong has been committed by the Congress in the 1916 Pact, Lucknow Pact. What Jinnah is saying, while it has been got marked as 1, Muslim representation should not be less than 1/3. Muslim representation should not be less than one third. That is the point. And no bill or resolution is going to be get passed where the 3/4 of any community is saying no. And last but not the least, Jinnah has said no ministry, no cabinet, nothing is going to be get formed where the 1/3 Muslim representation will be there. You see the total things of the Lucknow Pact. The only difference in the Lucknow Pact was there it has been got mentioned 140 members. I hope you are getting recalled. In the legislative assembly 140 members, it would be 4/5 through the election, 1/5 through the your nomination. Now out of 4/5, 1/3 must be Muslim. I hope you are getting recalled. Now out of 4/5 and 1/5, for passing one bill, you need 3/4 support from any community. We have discussed there. You see the same thing, just the number has not been got mentioned because the how to get the dominant status or what will be the size of the your legislative assembly, those things is going to be get decided by the Britishers later on. Jinnah simply has said by taking the main points from the Lucknow Pact, 1/3 must be Muslim under any circumstances, and whatever the other things, make it story, whatever the other things has been get said by the Nehru report that in the northwest frontier province, in the scene, there the Muslims are not going to get the minority status or the your reservation of the seats are not going to be get allowed there. Jinnah said, put aside this thing. Muslims are going to get the separate electorates in every places. So that was the point of the dispute was over. One thing was there in the your Nehru report and the Jinnah's 14 point in common. That is the your scene should be detached from Bombay. It has been get said in the Nehru report. It has been get said in your Jinnah's 14 point, and finally you will see that in the communal award 17th August 1932, this scene is going to be get detached, is going to be get approved. So this question also has been get asked in the Nehru report. Scene should be get detached from Bombay. Jinnah's 14 point, scene should be get detached from Bombay, and communal award 17th August 1932, scene should be get detached from Bombay. In the all these three proposals, two proposals, the scene should be get detached from Bombay was there. Scene should come out as one separate province, and it has been got approved by the communal award. So these are the things. So Jinnah, the point of cooperation has been get turned into the point of hostility. Now just try to imagine who would be more happy than the Britishers. That means we the people are fighting in between of ourselves. So go with the Delhi Manifesto and Purna Swaraj. Jail Nehru, already we have going with the things. Jail Nehru, 31st December, on the bank of the river Ravi, has unfurled the flag, and India will go for the Purna Swaraj. Now in the note, kindly go with the thing how this Delhi Manifesto has came. Already I have mentioned in some words. I am saying in May 1929, Ramsay MacDonald come to power. Just I have said, Lord Irwin, Viceroy, called for consultation and promised a round table conference for attainment of dominion status. 2 days later, a conference of major national leaders made and issued what came to be called as the Delhi Manifesto, in which they demanded that the purpose of the round table conference, justly I have said, round table conference should not be to discuss the dominion status when the dominion status was to be granted, but to formulate a scheme for its implementation. This was rejected by the Viceroy. State of negotiation was thus over and the stage of confrontation began. Hence, the Congress session at Lahore, Purna Swaraj was adopted as the goal of the freedom struggle for the future. So, from where the civil disobedience is coming, now here I should say you